मैम सिखाती है वॉशरूम तो सिखाई देता है सच्ची में नहीं तो सिखाती है तू से इतना चिल्लाती है और सिखाती है अबे तो पूरे क्लास में आके थे वो लिखते इससे मुझे तो पता है मैं पहले मैम कितना दूर से सिखाती थी ये पेन का पता नहीं चिल्लाती है वो तो ऐसे चिल्लाती है तो मिनिमम हम बीपी का बोलेंगे ये sorry ma'am हर टाइम मैं इतना annoying लगता है ऐसे लगता है तो ये मैं नीचे नहीं मैंने कहता ना मुझे मेरा काम चिपक गया अभी सब चल रहा है ना तुम लोग के चल रहा है मेरे वहाँ में करा दे नहीं हुआ है आगे स्कूल सेकंड एक्सरसाइज कितने थी और से तूने जगह हो गया अभी कौन सा एग्जाम दे रही थी बात वेरी गुड और देखने में मार्क्स नहीं याद मैं स्पेशली वो जो खड़ी की जैसे कराने मैं ज्यादा मौका नहीं ले उनका नाम है जॉली है टाइम के जॉली एवरीवन वो एक मीनिंग सॉल्व करा है भाई मुझे नाम पे जॉली करेगा लेकिन जॉली नहीं मतलब जॉली सिट है आप अच्छा
Others did not come. We are having class or not? No.
Ma'am, others are having their exams are going on. So
Exams. Okay.
They will most probably not come to it.
Okay.
So that's why they are not coming.
Okay, because of class.
They have their exams.
What type of exam?
They have their exams.
Okay. Our first lesson is over now.
Yes.
First war of India.
Yes.
Today we will learn about the First World War. Yeah. What happened?
India started for the first.
School it has started.
Yes. But it was not completed.
So this today itself we can complete. So what is this First World War? No idea. Okay. See, earlier also countries used to fight among each other. So many such wars were there. They wanted to expand their territory. Then ego clashes are there. That is how we people are having some clashes. Like that, the countries were having. So that was used to end within few months or some 1 month or like that. You know that our the same. You might have seen that Mahabharata war.
Yes.
Whenever there is some huge things, we used to compare it with Mahabharata wars to go, right? Yeah, like that. What is that? It involved so many people, so many materials, so many weapons, or like that. It was not that is very few number of people involved. So this kind in 20th century, second decade, it happened. In that time, what happened? The countries were grouped in two sides. So earlier when there was some kind of war, so it used to end within few days or like that. But this war happened for long time. When it started also, people thought that okay, it will end within few days. Or maximum it will go for 4 months. But this war did not end in 4 months, but it continued for 5 years. Okay, so that is why it was not a normal war. So let's see why it was the First World War. (1914 to 1918). So why it was called as First World War? So it was a war in which all the continents were involved. The battles of the war fought in all the continents. So it was called as First World War. Another thing is that different from earlier wars in terms of its repercussions. What is that? So war was fought in all continents and even Pacific. Okay. Now second, in terms of repercussions, what is repercussions? Repercussions means the effects. So that is the loss of property and personnel. So that also it was not having any precedent. Precedent means before that such history was not. Then next one is that it affected civilian population more than the military person.
Because they also got involved.
Because bombings were there, and the battles of it was waged in the civilian areas. So when a war is there, say in nowadays also, India and Pakistan get involved in some kind of battles. So in that battles, what is happening? Only those areas were involved. The civilian people are not getting involved in it. The effect of that is also not coming to civilian population. But in this case, more civilian population got involved. And another thing is that large scale destruction. So all these all this helped in giving a name World War, and it happened for the first time. Okay, why it was called as First World War? Now, next is that the methods used in the war. Methods. What is that? Trenches. Have you heard about the trenches? Trenches are that is some kind of holes made for hiding. Trench attack.
It was an underground hole.
It is not underground. Right. Underground nowadays it is there. But earlier, First World War time, just like that, well, like it is there for hiding, and it used to be covered. So enemy will not come to know that these people are inside. And when the enemy pass that one, immediately attacking. So that is sort of trench warfare. Another thing is that tanks began to be used. Poisonous gases used. So like that. So all these methods of warfare and the weapons used in the warfare were industrial weapons. What is industrial? This all manufactured in industries. When you see that Mahabharata war, what type of weapons? That means so funny nowadays we feel, no? What is that? Vajrayudh, this one. So this is unimaginable for us. What is it is going and coming back from where it was sent. So it is just to make people believe that this type of war had taken place. And what was that? Morning it start and evening it wind up. Have you seen in television channel?
Yeah.
Mahabharata.
So do this and then to start, and after the day comes to it, and they say that Suryodaya.
So that means it is story like.
Like the sun is going to rise, like that.
Yeah, that is what it is story only. No, real life it can come to happen or not. That morning it will start and evening it will end and all. No. So what happened here? The methods of warfare, at the same time the use of industrial weapons. So it was not like that. Everything with the planning. Then it was a turning point in the history. How it is the turning point in the history means it turned all the type of structures, means the systems also changed. Earlier one type of condition was prevailing, afterwards that all the conditions changed. So all these things helped in making this to be called as World War. Have you got why it was called as World War? What were the conditions? What were the this thing? Let's see that what caused this war. Some reasons to be there, no? Do you know what is the reason? Anything can you try out in your school that lesson started? Try out. Causes for the First World War. Reasons. Land means what? What
means to expand their whole territory.
Okay, that is also one cause. Okay.
Can we involved in this?
Yes, yes, of course, British were involved. No.
There was actually a continent or
Other countries, okay, places. Okay.
love towards their own country becomes nationalism.
Okay. So now let us see what is that. We are going to see the courses. The first is nationalism and imperialism.
Which one?
Don't you feel it weird? This one, nationalism become a course. When we hear nationalism means a feeling of pride and love towards our country. How can this nationalism give rise to First World War?
Basically, to free our country from the British rights.
See, it is not only British involved. Okay. So all the this thing countries were there. Now let's see. I'll tell you. Nationalism, as you told, is a feeling of pride and love towards our country. Okay. Now,
I see that other countries.
that is where I am going. Okay. See, here that nationalism is little different. That nationalism is aggressive nationalism. Or we call it extreme nationalism. What is it? Say, this is what type of nationalism? Aggressive. Only my country should superior, or my country should expand, or my country should expand at the cost of others. Let other country perish and only my country should. So this is what aggressive nationalism. Clear? Aggressive or extreme nationalism. So the because of this feeling, that is extreme pride. When you are having some things which you love so much, means what is that about some video games or whatever it is, that for boys video games are there, girls something else, whatever you love so much. So what is that you never want to share it with others. दूसरा कुछ भी दे देगा, अगर खाने का चीज भी दे सकता है, but what you love so much you don't want to give. This one is that only mine. When you were small children, your house, some of your relatives used to come. So along with that relatives, some kids also, kids of your age or that is younger than you, used to come. So your parents, what they used to tell, they are busy talking with this elders. Go and play with. So their meaning is that you go and share your toys with this particular person. But what you will do? You will keep your favorite one aside. That is the useless ones, all things you are ready to give. By the time they might have seen that favorite one, they will fight for that. So there a tuggle will take place. So this way, the countries are also having that kind of some particular area, some particular locality, some particular countries. The countries are fighting among each other, and because of that, there is a feeling of superiority among these countries. My country is bigger. All other countries are inferior. So this feeling also give rise to extreme nationalism. Now, another thing is that not only that love, okay, it is good only. Loving your country is always good, that is required. But what is happening? Hatred towards other countries. Okay, so when we are loving our country, we feel our country is superior than other countries. Along with that, we create hatred against other countries. So this hatred can give rise to so much problems. सबको अपना चीज बहुत प्यारा है, अपना कंट्री सबको प्यारा है. But when you are trying to tell that your country is bad, anybody will accept? So this kind of issues give rise to dispute. Another thing is that each nation were trying for each countries or each nation trying for its national interest. The pursuit of growing in search of its growth. So if I try to grow myself at the expense of other or at the cost of others, so naturally others will not keep quiet. So this is what the reason for the First World War. Next is that its territories also, that means expansion of territories. I have told you, each one was trying to expand its territories. How much big my country can be. So this kind of attitude of expansion give rise to problem. Is it clear? Huh? Now, along with that, the second term we are going to see. What is this? Imperialism. It is the policy of expanding the territories beyond its boundaries. What is that? Expanding the territories beyond its territorial boundaries. Okay. Now, if India is trying to expand its territories in the area of Pakistan, so India's imperialism, conquest is coming, of course, but we are entering into the territorial or breaching the territorial integrity. So now you are sitting here and another person is encroaching your territory, pushing her outside and taking that. Not only is it that area itself is taking. So it is her territory. Imagine, it's not like that. So imagine it is your territory and somebody else coming and occupying. You are having, each one of you that is belong to your school, you are having a particular class. One fine day when you reach the class, you find somebody else occupied your class. So naturally what you will do? ये हमारे class है. So if they were the juniors, now you are in 10th standard, so 9th standard occupied the class. उसने बोला सब लोग धक्का मारकर उसको निकाल देगा. Because you feel that it is your class. So outsiders encroach your class. So this way, when countries try to expand its territorial limit, there is a new development. It is called imperialism. So nationalism we have seen. Second is imperialism. All of you understood what is nationalism, what is imperialism. If any term did not get clearly, you can ask.
Imperialism means expanding your countries by
beyond its territorial boundaries. अभी देखो Britain, so far away from us, they came and occupied India. So is India coming within its territorial limit?
No.
So much far away. So occupied it. So in the outcome, what is that? Britain expanded. Britain became an empire. Beyond its territorial limit, it expanded. So in this case, what is happening? Britain is mother country and India is a colony.
Powerful country.
Mother country means one which rule over the other. Far away, they control us. So we are just a colony and Britain become a mother country. So because of that, what all things are happening? There is fear, there is suspicion.
Now, how could be suspicion?
Everyone is doubtful of the other one.
The other people in that
Other country.
country. Okay.
When they will come and attack, what way they are going to attack, which so they are not at all having the peace. They are always suspicious about others. Fear, suspicion. Then another thing is that mutual hatred. What is this mutual hatred? आपस में कुछ प्यार होता है क्या कंट्रीज के बीच में? Everyone hate everyone else. That is what a mutual hatred. Are you getting? Next one is that international tension. What does it mean? Say, if you two are fighting, you're not fighting, don't fight also. If you two are fighting, the other, myself, she and he, will feel that ये क्या है? हमको बहुत टेंशन आएगा. हम जाके उधर भी बोलेगा ये दोनों लड़ रहे हैं. तो उधर भी ट्राई नहीं होता है तो फिर वो बढ़ जाता है.
News will spread.
हाँ, न्यूज विल स्प्रेड, बट ये टेंशन बढ़ जाता है. क्या होएगा? खत्म कैसे होएगा? Means between the countries only they were fighting, but it became an international issue.
That they may attack us also.
So this is what the condition of that time, and imperialism and nationalism cause big dispute between the countries, and finally it led to First World War. All these things clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the second course. Race for armaments. अभी ये छोटा सा लड़ाई शुरू हो गया तुम दोनों के बीच में. ओके, एग्जाम्पल बता रहे हैं, मतलब शुरू नहीं होने का. So then what happened? उसके साथ लड़ने के लिए कुछ तो चाहिए, वेपन्स चाहिए. आज क्या लेके जाएगा उसको, उसके साथ लड़ने के लिए? उसके पास क्या होगा? आज कौन सा वेपन लाएगा? तो छोटा बच्चे क्या करता है, वो जो हाँ मेरे पास ये है. बच्चे लोग आजकल क्या क्या लेके आता है? कॉम्पस है, डिवाइडर्स है. पहले तो पेंसिल से शुरू करते थे, अभी वो कॉम्पस लेके और डिवाइडर लेके, और जिसको ऐसा हमको समझ में ही नहीं आएगा ये उसके पास क्या क्या रहता है. when लड़ाई शुरू होएगा ये सब कहां से आएगा. So this is what happened. There was a mad race of amassing weapons. So there was the suspicion, उसके पास क्या है मुझे मालूम नहीं है, तो मैं उससे अच्छा बनाने का. So this was there was a competition for making the weapons and collecting the weapons.
So if one country made armaments, then other countries would also have it.
Throat is getting dried, no? That is why. It's okay. Rest all you made of, no? Okay. See, they wanted to pile up weapons. So what is that? Piling up weapons. We don't know that effective power of this weapon. We don't know. So that is why the world countries started piling up weapons. There was a competition for that is competition for making and amassing weapons.
What is amassing?
Means accumulating. वो ज्यादा चाहिए, कब में ये उसका यूज आएगा मालूम नहीं है. अभी तुम say one example, your parent is going to native place. Okay, so parents का plan है 2 दिन के लिए, because तुमको इधर छोड़ के जा रहे हैं इसलिए 2 ही दिन, कुछ अर्जेंट काम आ गया. But before going, the parents will do as many things as they can. फ्रिज में ये बना के रखेगा, ये बना के बहुत सारे, फिर उसके ऊपर पैसा भी दे के जाएगा अगर जरूरत पड़ेगा तो. So they don't know how this, in case that if the train delay, or that is they could not reach on time. That happened in when I was coming, that is Sanpada or Vashi ke beech mein train रुक गया, इसलिए late हो गया. So we cannot. So next day when I am coming, I have to come 15 minutes early. This unavoidable circumstance I have to. So this way they started amassing or accumulating the weapons. That is what the next important development. Then, have you heard about the Franco-Prussian War? The war between France and Prussia. That is, it was during that making of that Germany, creation of Germany. That time only France and Prussia had fight. After that only this mad race of. We cannot say that it is good. Let's take the example of India and Pakistan. Do India is stockpiling weapons?
Nowadays it has.
See, it is for defense purpose. We are not piling weapons for attacking Pakistan. Of course, Pakistan is considered as our enemy. But what is the nature of Pakistan?
Just keep it up.
See, amassed as many weapons it can. It used to purchase weapons from America, all the advanced weapons from America, and piled up. Now you see that Pakistan is turning out to be a very poor country.
Yes.
Because it used its financial condition for purchasing weapons. But India, what India used to do is that develop domestic armaments, and when the need arises, then only. And that also for self-defense. Two types are there. One is offensive and another is defensive. So we are using our weapons for defense purpose. So because of that, what happened? Any country, if they collect and amass weapons, it causes its own destruction. After a certain, because many of the weapons used during the present day are nuclear weapons. These weapons are made due to the fission or fusion of that uranium, thorium, or like that powerful these things. Atomic, this what is that minerals. Okay. So its heat, its that effect, radiation effect is very strong. If it get disposed also, it can cause radiation. So the damages are very much powerful or strong. So because of that, any country pile up weapons, it is sitting on its own ruin. Isn't it? So that way the country started piling up weapons, and now they wanted to test its effectiveness. तुम लोग कुछ बचपन का या अभी का मालूम नहीं. सो कुछ खिलौना लेके आया, वो घर में आते आते तुरंत वो जो ट्राई करने का, क्योंकि रास्ते में नहीं कर सकता है, घर में आके तुरंत वो ड्रेस भी चेंज नहीं करेगा वो टेस्ट करने का. Isn't it? So why you want to test it? अभी एक ड्रेस खरीदा मतलब आके फिट है क्या, कैसा है, नहीं, ड्रेसिंग रूम में एक बार पहन के देखते हैं, बट घर में तो फ्रीडम है ना, और ड्रेसिंग रूम में क्या फ्रीडम है, तो इस साइड में उस साइड में वो कैसे दिखता है, और बाकी लोगों को मिरर के सामने ये सब देखने का वो कैसे दिखता है. So this is what happened when they started fighting of weapons. They wanted to test it, the effectiveness. That is why they started. They thought that we will test our capacity and effectiveness of this weapons, and afterwards we will stop. Is it possible, or is that calling this thing and okay, now we will stop it? Once the war started, it cannot end. Because ego is there. So that is why it continued for 4 years. So stockpiling the weapons, and then they wanted to test the effectiveness of that. So when they started collecting the weapons, what they told is that we are making it for defensive purpose, or what word we can use, self-defense. Okay, but actually it was not for self-defense. During that time it was not at all. Nowadays we can say that self-defense के लिए हमको चाहिए करके, but earlier it was not for self-defense. It was for showing their power. And supremacy. These all things only they have. Yes. Now in 1912, Germany made the biggest warship, Imperator. So naturally, the other country wanted to make a double than that. इसके पास तो इतना बड़ा है, तो हमको उससे बड़ा होना चाहिए. So there was a competition for making. So then they started making submarines. What is submarines? Under the water, going and attacking. So these ships can be destroyed through submarines. So like that, not only on land, inside the water also they try to make their power strong. Okay. Next is that they also wanted to protect their areas which are there in Pacific and African continent. Pacific, what is that? It is not a continent. What is that? Their colony, island countries are there. So if one country like Britain protect its colonies in Pacific, so it is stronger. The others will think that okay, Britain is having the capacity to protect. If other country is able to protect, then these small countries will think that ye powerful hai. So in order to protect also they need weapons. So not only for showing off, second is to protect its colonies of Africa and Pacific. समझ में आ गया? So that we need weapons for self-defense. Second, it is for showing the power. Third is to protect the colonies. Because of all this, there was a mad race of making and amassing weapons. Got this point clear? So just a race for weapons, you see. Read it, and if any doubt is there, then we will. Hmm. See, they must done the keel canal deeper so that we battleships cannot go through canal. Through canal, ships cannot pass through. See, one example I'll tell you that Panama Canal. It is constructed between that Colombia and this thing, Mexico. That means between two Americas, North America and South America. वो बीच में से वो बनाया तो उसका ये साइड में अटलांटिक ओशन है ये साइड में पैसिफिक ओशन है पहले कैसे था ये अटलांटिक ओशन से ऐसा ये साउथ अमेरिका क्रॉस करके इधर आने का तो उसके लिए बहुत सारे दिन लेते थे सो इतना दिन वेस्ट होएगा उतना फ्यूल भी वेस्ट होएगा टाइम भी वेस्ट होएगा traveling through all these countries means that the ship have to pay lot of money. Now they thought that if a canal connects this Atlantic and Pacific, time can be saved. But through a canal, huge ships cannot go. So they have to develop a system. So what they have made, the canal is made, that is what I am talking about, the Panama Canal. Okay? You might have heard or not. So what they did, they have made like this compartments. When the ship has to enter the first compartment, water from that Atlantic is pumped into because canal is always having fresh water. Through fresh water, ships cannot move. Understood? So, because the density of that water should make that what is that iron or steel this thing vessel to move. So what is happening that from Atlantic, water is pumped into that compartment to that level. So this compartment that ship pass, then afterwards water is pumped into the second compartment so that through that it can pass. So
how the size of the canal be increased if the water is pumped? Yes, it is allowing the ships to move through it. But how the size of the canal is?
It is made in such a way. They have planned it because the government, USA government only made that Colombian government to do it because Colombian government is going to get a huge tax for allowing the ship to pass. So it was all that planned earlier. So when it is going through each one, the water, the ocean water is to pump into it. Then the ship pass through. So then after reaching this one, there's no need. So this way, so many ships, that is this country, the country which is having that control of that Panama Canal is becoming rich by collecting the taxes. The technology is given, technology and construction that financial support was given by America. Because of that, it is also getting a part of it. So why your question is the question's answer only this example I told because if a ship has to pass through, the depth of that canal also should be more. So that is why battleship to pass through. So keel canal is made deeper. Clear? Now. We are moving to that third course. These two courses are very clear now.
Yes.
What is the third cause?
Division of Europe into two hostile groups.
What is that? That is two enemical groups. In the Mahabharata Yuddha, who were the groups?
It was the Pandavas and the fight between the Pandavas and the
Kauravas.
Kauravas.
Kauravas and Pandavas. So anywhere war means groups are required. एक अकेला को फाइट नहीं कर सकते है ना, सो फाइट करने के लिए कोई और चाहिए. So here small countries cannot fight to show their power. So during that time, they began to form into hostile camps, inimical camps. In that, two types of countries were there. Single nation states. One is and a multi-nation state. What is single nation and what is multi-nation? I mean, the country which is having single language and single ethnic group is single nation state. Got it? If it is France, only French language, that particular ethnic group, particular religious group, so that country is a single nation. Got it? Whereas some countries are having, you are thinking that हमारा country तो इतना सारा languages है, इतना सारा religions है, इतना सारा diversities है, तो हमारा country कौन सा इसमें आएगा? Multi-nation, but we are one nation. That is, because earlier it was not possible for. Nowadays it is possible. If now no country is having that single nation concept. Okay, so earlier this single nation states and the multi-nation state formed themselves into groups. So that way, two types of countries were formed, or three types of groups were formed. They were called Triple Alliance. Have you heard about it? The two groups of alliances were called a Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Which were the countries involved in that one? Britain, France, Austria. No, Austria-Hungary in this one. Britain, France, Russia.
Russia is triple
Russia. Central ट्रिपल अलायंस अलाइड कंट्रीज में होता है. ब्रिटेन के साथ था रशिया. Triple and then they this one this country I just made opposite. What is that? A triple and then they Britain, France and Russia. Then here Austria, Hungary. Austria-Hungary, Germany, Ottoman Empire. इसके साथ रशिया के साथ बाद में जापान भी ज्वाइन किया था.
And what is the meaning of triple alliance?
3 countries. Triple means 3.
And they might got alliance.
They joined together for either for defensive purpose or for security purpose.
And what's the difference between triple alliance and triple entity?
See, ये दोनों enemies है ना, hostile camps है ना. So why can't they join?
Opposite.
Alliance had joined Italy together. And joined the alliances, and it came to be known as triple alliances.
See, France, Britain, and Russia, triple entente. Later, Japan joined. Austria-Hungary. Yes, Austria-Hungary, Italy joined with the triple alliance. The triple alliance only Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Turkey, and Germany.
Is it J or I?
Which one? J. Japan. Japan. Here, Italy joined. इसके साथ Italy joined. Got it clear? But Italy, what happened? After some time, Italy left. In 1917, Russia also left from this, and at that time, USA joined. Groups, you have to make it perfect. What is that? Okay, do you have doubt? Triple alliance include Austria-Hungary, Germany, Ottoman Turkey, and Italy also joined.
Can you give us a short form to remember?
Triple alliance.
No. That states how to remember those states.
No, triple alliance. Allied powers. That is mean they have aligned together. In that, what is that? Triple alliance में Austria-Hungary. This was one country. Austria-Hungary, Germany, and Ottoman Empire. That is very important. By Ottoman Empire, if it is not included, वो जो first war of independence, first nationalism में खिलाफत मूवमेंट वगैरह हम पढ़ेंगे ना, ये समझ में नहीं आएगा. Ottoman Empire was also there. So you tell me which are the parties of the Triple Alliance. Try. You should not forget it.
Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire,
Germany. Very important. Italy and all हमको जोड़ सकता है. Triple Alliance में ये 3 countries का नाम याद कर. Now triple entente में कौन-कौन है? Britain. You tell me. Britain, France, Russia. तो जापान को जोड़ दो.
Russia, and then afterwards
1917 में Russia left and USA joined. Clear? Why USA's entry I am telling? When peace treaties are coming, American president played a major role in making that a peace treaty. So America is important. Clear? So perfectly register in your brain which are the 2 groups of alliances. Now, what is this thing? How this war have started? This 2 groups when it was formed. Yes, you just note down. Then you will not forget. Yes, any confusion is there? No, she is having still some confusion. No? Eh?
She thought that in triple entity you had written what is it? Written France and Russia, and then
Bracket
in bracket
में
you wrote Japan.
हाँ.
But she thought it looked like I, so she said that Italy should be in triple alliance. So
Italy I wrote here that
She saw-
Italy was with the triple alliance. And why this two countries that I just wanted to exclude? Because after some time, Italy did not participate in it. Okay, because say Italy was at that time concentrated in Africa only. अफ्रीका में एक कंट्री था एरिट्रिया करके तो उसका वो कंसंट्रेशन उधर ही था तो इधर तो वार में उसका पार्टिसिपेशन नहीं था जापान क्यों इसके साथ ज्वाइन किया ये पैसिफिक का टेरिटरीज था ना पैसिफिक ओशन में था ये जापान तो because of that it need that protection and support of these powerful countries so it joined the side but this Japan during the Second World War it was with whom जर्मनी के साथ था तो ऑपोजिट ग्रुप में सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में ज्वाइन किया गॉट सो ये तीनों का ही याद करने का दैट इज व्हाई दिस जापान एंड इटली यू leave it.
But why did Russia leave the triple entity afterwards?
See, in 1907,
What does O stands for?
Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Turkey is there, not Turkey. Ottoman Turkey given? Yes, it is there. It is very Hungary. Okay, all सब छोड़ दो. Very confusion आएगा. ये you can find in the next part वो जो वार का सराजेवो क्राइसिस में ये टर्की एंड बल्गेरिया joined on the side of Germany. Italy remained neutral for some time but joined the war against Germany. Okay. Turkey is one important component in the First World War. That is why I initially itself I included Ottoman.
No.
No. The doubts should be asked. It should be clarified. Understood? It's not like that. I never this thing tell that okay. That is why I checked. That in my memory it is completely registered which are the groups and all. No? So whether it is not given or not, so I checked it. It's my this thing. I don't this hate asking doubt. This is what you are listening, no? No problem. Whenever doubt is there, clarify it.
Yes, thank you.
So is it clear? Now, our this thing is that 2 hostile camps, when they are enemies, what happened? They plan it. ये कैसे करने का? सबको suspicion से देखता है, doubt से. क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं, क्या अटैक कर रहे हैं, क्या वेपन उसके पास है. This is what. See, during that time and afterwards also for a long time, these countries were looked with a suspicion, and every country was having, especially that capitalist countries were having that spies in other countries, because they want to know that what weapon they are having. Okay, and you were asking a question by Japan. Who asked? Somebody asked.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Japan, no, Russia.
Russia, where Russia lived.
Okay, in 1917, there was a revolution, Russian Revolution. After the Russian Revolution, that Russia turned out to be a communist country.
Because Russia took all the countries.
No, communism is a system which is against capitalism. Capitalism is, the European countries are following capitalism. Here, communism favored the working class domination. So, अभी मैं एक business person हूँ, industrialist होगा, तो industrialist and मेरा जो कंपनी में जो काम करने वाला तो बहुत गैप है. मैं तो ओनर है और वर्कर्स तो वर्कर्स ही. तो ओनर is rich and worker is poor. So there is a huge gap between the capitalist and the worker. So this kind of system, that is in Russia, this a movement against the capitalist standard. So ये दोनों countries नहीं जमेगा. European countries where capitalism is following and Russia where socialism is following, ये नहीं जमेगा. तो उसने withdraw किया. Okay, समझ में आ गया? Now, what we have learned 3 courses. Can anyone, without saying, can anyone tell which are the 3 courses?
Nationalism and imperialism.
Okay.
Race for armaments.
Division of
Two
two hostile groups. Okay, very good.
They were Triple Alliance and Triple Entity. Triple Alliance, Austria or AH, then Ottoman Empire and the German were there. And for the Triple Entity, they were the Britain, France, and Russia, and Japan, in which Russia left in 1917, and USA Germany.
Okay, you all got very clearly 3 courses. Now, अभी ये होने के लिए कुछ immediate कोर्स होना चाहिए. अभी ऐसा होएगा तो भी तुम लोग ऐसा एनिमीज है तो बहुत सारे टाइम ऐसे एनिमीज बनके रह सकता है. कुछ तो रीजन होना चाहिए तो झगड़ा चालू करने के लिए, कुछ इंस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए. So like that, here the instigation which have taken place is called immediate cause. What was that immediate cause? Sarajevo crisis. Sarajevo is the name of the place. Okay, Sarajevo crisis. So, what was that Sarajevo crisis? Here, Austrian crown prince. Abhi Austria ka next prince उसका नाम था आर्च ड्यूक फ्रांसिस फर्डिनेंड। करेक्ट है क्या? यू प्लीज चेक। आर्च ड्यूक फ्रांसिस फर्डिनेंड was murdered at Sarajevo.
Why was murdered?
हाँ, that is what. अभी ये डिस्प्यूट्स हो रहे, वो जो अंदर से वो जो जमता नहीं था, that condition was going on. So that time, this Sarajevo was near to Serbia.
So
Okay, so this Serbia was a boiling place. Boiling means that boiling water or boiling oil नहीं, वो जो feelings है, उधर इंडिपेंडेंस मूवमेंट है, उसको उसके खिलाफ फाइट करने का ये सब बर्निंग, हाँ, the people were not very happy with that. They were always protesting against this type of imperialism and expansion. Expansion. So that country, that is Serbia, there was a group, that is a revolutionary group called Black Hand. Black Hand was the revolutionary group. These people were responsible for this murder. The revolutionary group called Black Hand were responsible for the murder.
this group was against imperialism and nationalism.
Every country, see, if I am telling so much deeply, I have to go. So that is why I am not telling. This Serbia belongs to Balkan territory. Balkan territories include almost 12 countries. Albania, Macedonia, Croatia. So like that, 12 countries were there. What is said, the powerful countries like Britain, Russia, Germany, Austria-Hungary, or France, all these countries wanted to get these countries under their control.
Serbia.
Not only Serbia, many of Balkan territories were there. But inside that, they themselves wanted to be independent. They wanted to be independent. अभी ये सब छोटा countries है. Serbia wanted to be the boss. अभी ये सब independence मांग रहे, तो उसका boss बनना चाहते थे. इसलिए उधर एक revolutionary group, it was so strong. That is what a Black Hand. तो ये सब उधर डेवलप करने के टाइम में आर्चड्यूक को मारा गया. So it is.
He was one of the Black Hand revolution group.
No, he was the crown prince of Austria.
So he was not in that group.
No.
No.
अभी देखो.
उसको मारा तो वो
हाँ.
कैसे है?
अभी देखो, ये दोनों एक ग्रुप का मतलब ट्रिपल अलायंस. तुम दोनों ट्रिपल अलायंस में. ओके. सो टू हॉस्टाइल ग्रुप्स है. तो ट्रिपल अलायंस में ऑस्ट्रिया होता है. तो ये तुम दोनों ट्रिपल अलायंस में, तो ऐसा अभी तुम दोनों में कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बीच में मैं तो सर्बिया का, मैंने क्या किया, उधर का ऑस्ट्रिया का क्राउन प्रिंस को मारा. तो तुम इसमें नहीं आ गया, ये अलग है. तो अभी झगड़ा मैं और ऑस्ट्रिया के बीच में. समझ में आ गया? ऑस्ट्रिया को अच्छा लगेगा उसका क्राउन प्रिंस को मारा. This much is clear?
Yes.
Now, immediately what will happen? Austria will declare war on me. Huh? So I will get the support of somebody else. Then somebody else will get support. So like that, it began to aggravate. So they were eagerly waiting for just an event to start. And that event was the murder. It was not at all done by enemy groups. It was done by somebody else. Got it? Clear?
Yes.
Now, how it all happened, I told, it happened June 28, 1940. Sarajevo crisis was that murder of Archduke Francis Ferdinand. He was the crown prince. अभी वो जो prince राजा होने वाला है, तो उसको मारा गया. That was the incident. Now what happened? Let's see. Austria served an ultimatum.
Just giving a warning to Serbia.
23rd July.
Just like giving a warning, Austria gave warning to Serbia.
That is the final ultimatum is that अभी इतना दिन के अंदर तुम कुछ नहीं करेगा तो ultimatum में कुछ points दिया है, ये fulfill नहीं करेगा तो तुम्हारे ऊपर war करेगा. That is what ultimatum. It is a final warning, a threat like. तो उसमें 11 points था. ये 11 points तुम fulfill नहीं करोगे तो तुम्हारे ऊपर war करेगा. तो when it was given 23rd July, Serbia was disbanded. जाने दो, करने दो. तो उसका वो जो ultimatum का इसमें करने को तैयार नहीं था. Now, what happened? Austria. Now I am going to put that kind of opposite groups, that war group, into only. Austria declared war on Serbia on 28th July. This one you just take down. Then it will be easy for you to remember, because actually that next part, that war, stages of war is not going to come. Okay.
Ma'am, is the year important?
Year is important, date is also. But the next part is not there. That is why now I am telling this one. You just note down. Now, Russia wanted to support Serbia. That is why I put a plus. Okay? Russia wanted to support whom? Serbia. तो मैंने तो मारा तो ऑस्ट्रियन प्रिंस को, तो ऑस्ट्रिया ने मेरे खिलाफ वार डिक्लेयर किया, तो रशिया मुझे सपोर्ट करने वाले थे. तब क्या हो गया? सो जर्मनी डिक्लेयर्ड वार ऑन अगस्त 1 में जर्मनी
April Fool Day.
April नहीं, this is August. August 1st. Clear? Now August 3rd. What was that? Germany declared war on France. So, 28th July, Austria declared war on Serbia. August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. Now, Germany declared war on France on August 3rd. Now, there's a new development. See, German troops see, the Belgium was a neutral country. वो neither ये ट्रिपल अलायंस को सपोर्ट करते हैं नॉर ट्रिपल एंटांटे को सपोर्ट करते हैं. वो बहुत न्यूट्रल कंट्री है. इसके साथ भी नहीं है, उसके साथ भी नहीं है. But German troops marched through that Belgium on 4th August. Clear? So now what happened? अभी दूसरे ने बीच में आ गया. Britain declared war on Germany. क्योंकि वो जो न्यूट्रल कंट्री के अंदर से गया और उधर घुस के अटैक कर रहे हैं. So Britain declared war on Germany. Next is that which day? That is August 4th. Now I told you Ottoman Turkey, na? Turkey plus Bulgaria joined Germany. जर्मनी को सपोर्ट देने के लिए कौन आया? ये ब्रिटेन नहीं है, बल्गेरिया. Turkey and Bulgaria.
So these two came together to
Support Germany. Germany. That is what is equal to joined with Germany. Got it?
Yes.
Now, when it joined, it termed as a large scale war, because here when it is joined, it is called by another name Central Powers. This much time it was known as Triple Alliance. Now it is known as Central Powers, and opposite side में that Allied Powers. So war between Central Powers and Allied Powers. Clear? So if you want, you just note down and then you read that much. वो जो stages
events.
That is what to say, how it take place. Now the results only means effects. No, what is written? Results cannot be cancelled. It is very important. Yeah. Your that volume. See, you can read this points also for some time. But in order to understand the page number 110. Okay. Now 15 minutes. Now
And then again we have 1 hour.
okay. So we can complete. So your this thing class ends by what time?
10:45.
10. So the other batch 11 now. ये करना है ना